The survival series for kids, What to Do When Your Mom or Dad Says We Can't Afford It. Written by Joy Berry, pictures by Bartholomew. Has your mother or father ever told you we can't afford it? When your parents tell you that they cannot afford to buy you something, do you ever wonder, why can't they afford it? If any of this sounds familiar to you, you're going to love this book. Why? Because it will explain why your parents may not be able to afford something and what you can do about it. Every family has an income. An income is the money that a family receives. There are several ways a family gathers income. Family members work and get paid for their work. Family members all sell things they own. Interest is earned or profits are made on money that has been saved or invested. Someone outside the family gives family members money, such as a gift or inheritance. Our income included $649 from your salary, $702 from mine, $127.50 from the garage sale, $50 from the interest on our savings account, and $75 from Grandma for our anniversary. That was a list of what they had earned. Every family has expenses. Expenses are the things that a family spends its money on. Most family expenses include food, shelter, utilities, telephone, transportation, clothing, medical bills, taxes, insurance, repairs, child care and education, donations, entertainment, and miscellaneous. What were our expenses last month? Our expenses totaled $1,250. A family's financial situation is all right when its income is equal to its expenses. When the money a family receives is the same as the money it spends, the family will have enough money for what it needs and wants. Last month, our income was $1,400 and our expenses were $1,400. We had just enough to pay for everything. A family situation is even better when its income is greater than its expenses. When the money a family receives is more than the money it spends, the family will have extra money after it has paid for what it needs and it wants. Our income this month is $1,600 and our expenses are $1,250. That means that our income is greater than our expenses. Right, this month we have money left over. A family's financial situation is in trouble when its income is less than its expenses. When the money a family receives is not as much as the money it spends, there will not be enough money for the family to get what it needs and it wants. Next month's income will be less than our expenses. There are two reasons why a family's income is less than its expenses. The income stays the same while the expenses increase. The income decreases while the expenses stay the same. There are several things that can cause a family's expenses to increase. I can't believe the cost of the food has gone up even since last month. Inflation, or a general rise in prices, can increase a family's expenses. When inflation happens, everything a family needs or wants begins to cost more. Changes in a family needs and wants can cause its expenses to increase or decrease. If a family needs more or wants more, its expenses will be more. Hey, Mom, may I take piano lessons? I need some new basketball sneakers. And Mom's thinking about all the things she has to do to pay for, aside of those things the children desire. There are several things that can cause a family's income to decrease. I'm sorry, Mr. Fenwick, but we have to cut back. Many of our employees will lose their jobs. We want to keep you on, but there will be less pay right now. If a family member's salary is cut, the family income will decrease. People's salaries decrease when they are paid less or end when they lose their jobs. If a family that has been receiving money from savings, investments, or gifts stops getting that money, the income will decrease. If any of the following things happen to your family, inflation increases expenses, the family wants or needs increase, salary is cut or a job is lost, or the family stops getting income from savings, investments, or gifts, you may be sure that your parents will respond to most of your requests by saying, "We can't afford it." When your parents tell you we can't afford it, you may feel disappointed. I just wanted a new dress. Big deal. All I asked for was a crummy pair of sneakers. Gee whiz, I'm so disappointed. Complain, complain, complain. Because you're disappointed, you may want to complain. When your parents tell you we can't afford it, you may feel frustrated. What am I supposed to do? I can't play basketball in these shoes. I'm so sick of this old dress. If I have to wear it one more time, I'll just die. They're complaining, aren't they? Because you feel frustrated. You may want to nag and possibly throw a tantrum. That does nobody any good. When your parents tell you we can't afford it, you may feel cheated. How can you expect me to play basketball in these sneakers? Now he's making his dad feel really bad. Bad move. Because you feel cheated, you may do anything to try to get your parents to buy you what you want. You may threaten your parents or badger them. That's a very bad move. But complaining, nagging, threatening, or badgering your parents will not help. These things do nothing to increase a family's income. They do nothing to decrease a family's expenses. I've heard enough. What are we going to do? I don't know. I'm so upset right now I can't think straight. Complaining, nagging, threatening, or badgering only makes things worse. These things cause your parents to feel guilty, hurt, and angry. Such feelings may hinder your parents from doing what they need to do to solve the problem. Don't hinder your parents. Help them. There are 6 things you can do to help your parents when the family finances are in trouble. Be understanding. Try to understand what your parents are going through. I don't understand what the big deal is anyway, says brother. With dad not making as much, some things will have to be purchased before others, like food instead of your sneakers. If you do these, your attitude will improve and you will be able to give your parents the encouragement and support they need in order to solve the problem. Be helpful. Take care of yourself. Clean up after yourself and help out around the house. I'm bored. There's nothing to do. When is Mom going to fix some dinner? If you're so bored, why don't you try cleaning that thing you call your room? And it would be probably a big help if we cooked dinner. Oh, I just don't know. I could really use the extra hours at work, but there's so much to do at home. What will, with all the housework and fixing meals? Well, now the children are listening to this and they say maybe we could help. If you do these things, your parents can spend more time doing what they need to do to earn the money that is needed. Be careful, not wasteful. Take care of your things and the things that belong to the family. Do not waste food or resources like gas, electricity, or water. You left the hose running outside, and your bath water is more than enough. Do you need all those lights on? What difference does it make? Now, sister is more aware of the problem than the brother is. You can see that with his comment. These utility bills are way too high. I don't know how we'll ever get caught up. That's a good reason to turn off the lights when you're out of the room. If you take care of things, money will not have to be spent on repairing or replacing them. If you're not wasteful, money will not be spent unnecessarily. Number 4, stop careless spending. Do not spend money on things that you do not need, like junk food, frivolous toys, games, or extra clothes. Do not insist on going places and doing things that cost money. Learn to entertain yourself without spending money. If you stop spending money carelessly, there will be more money to spend on the things that are necessary. Earn some money. Look around your community. See if there is anything you can do to earn money. Hey, Scott, want to earn a couple of bucks helping me in the yard? Nah, I'm kind of busy today. Well, that wasn't a good decision. He could have helped and made money. The money you make from any job you get will provide you with the money to buy things your family may not be able to afford. This will help your parents, as anything you buy is one less thing they have to buy. If you had helped Mr. Triplet in the yard, you'd have enough money to go to the movies today. Now, brother's thinking about that idea. Get involved in your family's finances. Talk with your parents about your family's income and expenses. Find out about your family's financial situation and offer to help in any way you can. May I help? I'd like to learn about the family's financial situation. That made everybody feel good. This will make you part of the solution rather than part of the problem. You will most likely stop asking for things your parents cannot afford, and you will begin to do what you can to help them solve the family's problems. Brother says, I can help with dinner, do the yard work, get an extra job, clean the windows. Wow, that makes your parents feel really good when you come up with ideas like that and commit to it. There's a game that your family can play to help you understand your family's finances. This is what you will need in order to play the game. Play money. You can buy it or make it. A listing of your family's income for 1 month. A copy of your family's bills for 1 month. This is how you play the game. Count out enough play money to equal the family's total income for 1 month. Display the bills. Lay them out so that every bill is showing at the same time. Using the play money, count out the amount that is needed to pay each bill. Put the appropriate amount of play money with each bill. After all the bills have been paid, count the money that is left or add the bills that are still left to pay. After you've played the game, discuss these questions with your parents. Is the income greater than the expenses? If it is, what should be done with the extra income? Are the expenses greater than the income? If they are, what should be done to take care of the additional expenses? What can be done to increase the income? What can be done to decrease the expenses? I've got $75 left over, says brother. Remember, no two families are the same. Everyone is different. And since your family is not like any other family, you should not compare your family with others. When you compare your family with other families, you may begin to compete with them. Competing with other families may take your attention away from your own family and keep you from working to solve your family's problem. The Joneses just bought a brand new car. Boy, is it sharp. I'll bet it was expensive, says brother. It may help you to remember that all families, no matter what their situations are, have things to be thankful for. All families, no matter who they are, have problems to solve. Successful families are ones that are thankful for what they have and are committed to solving their problems. Mutual support and love and understanding help to achieve this. Your understanding and help can mean the end of your parents having to say, we can't afford it. This is a picture of the family washing their car, and they look very happy and at peace with themselves. That's a good place to be. What to do when your mom or dad says, we can't afford it. Written by Joy Berry. Pictures by Bartholomew.